What's going on, guys? Welcome on to today's video, and today we've got another demo bike from Bransons Motorcycles over in Yeovil. We've got the Yamaha MT-09 2021 model. These bikes come in at £9,002. This bike comes in a couple of different colour schemes, and as you can tell, we have got the matte black colour version. The first thing you notice when you jump on this bike is the comfortable riding position. It's just a natural position that I come into, top half torso, very relaxed, not bent over, not too far sat back, and then the knee position, slight bend in them, but overall very comfortable. What you get for that money? Well, being the MT line, once again there isn't a whole lot of rider aids, rider packages within inside this bike. We've got 4 different rider modes, and then you've got your 2 different traction controls. Apart from that, you've got your quick shifter up and down, and that's it. If you want cruise control, you're gonna have to fork out a couple more pennies and go for the SP version. We got the TFT dash in the nighttime mode, which is black all out, and I tell you what, so far I've had no problems with it, no glare coming off the screen. Overall, I'm happy with it. It just could do with being a little bit bigger, what she says. As mentioned earlier, this does come with a quick shifter up and down, really nice to see, and so far I've had absolutely no dramas. Bang through the gears. One thing I do notice with the downshift is the shift lever doesn't actually depress that far. So sometimes you're not sure whether it's gone down, because it's just like a little dab on the shifter and it does change. Whereas some older gear shifters, you push down and they go down like 2 inches before they engage the gear. I don't mind it, it's just something to get used to when you're riding along. So looking at the handlebars, pretty minimal on the left hand side. From the furthest button away, on the left index finger, we've got the passing light. Just going to pull that, and as you can see on the dash, it just illuminates the little blue light. Below that, we've got our normal daytime running lights and your night light, and then push it up and you've got your full beam on. Below that, indicators left and right, nice solid fill. Got your horn. Bottom right hand side, you've got your hazards, and then coming up in the centre, we've got the mode selector and then the up and down. So looking at the dash, on the bottom left hand side we've got D mode and then 1 underneath that, and then next to that you got TCS mode and then 1. When you push the mode button, as you can tell, they swap over, and the one that's on the right hand side is what you're going to change when you start pushing the up and down on the arrow. So I'm on D mode, which is the rider mode. Got to make sure you're off the throttle, and then there you can push up and down using the grey buttons above the mode, and then it will flick between 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 being full throttle, maximum power, 4 being the dog down version of the throttle, i.e. when it's on rain. So I'd see him as 4 being rain mode and 1 being sport mode. Same again, push the mode button, traction control moves over to the one on the right hand side, off the throttle, and there you go. All you got is 1 and 2, flick between them. Oh, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so let's do a little sound test from this triple cylinder 900cc motorcycle. Okay, so we've got our dB reader here. If you want to take this bike on track, you're going to need to know what the dB level of your bike is. Okay, so we're sitting around 82.6 when I'm not talking. Okay, so at 5,000 RPM, got around 93, 94 decibel. And do yours. $85.
Oh, very respectable.
Take me home, West Virginia. As always, this is the MT line. Are you still back there? In the MT line, you can always have a bit of fun. And that is one thing I do love about this MT range. 7, 9 and 10, they all can get a little bit of bunkers if you want them to. Or put them in the rain mode and they're nice, docile, easy to ride bikes. Okay, so one thing I do notice about these brakes is the rear one is okay, it's not fantastic, but the front, it is rubbish. Me personally, there's just no bite. I know this is a fairly new bike, so the brakes may not have been, the brake pads may not have broken in properly, but same again, when I got my MT10, I would change the brake pads straight away, get some better pads, and maybe think about looking at other things such as braided lines, better discs. Because for me, braking power is one of the most important things. I want to know when I'm being a little bit silly, I can stop. This bike just doesn't have it. A lot of shit on the road there. Just doesn't have that bite for me. When I'm getting on it, I just like to use one finger to brake. I know when I'm really messing about, I'll go 2 fingers. But the MT10, 1 finger, that's all I needed to get that thing stopped. Brake, 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 brake. Oh, like that. Just don't have the confidence in the brakes to get you stopped. I said the brakes needed sorting out. What? Okay, I'm 6 foot, and there you go. Both feet flat on the floor. So if you're a shorter rider, absolutely no dramas, you're getting your leg over this. How did you find it? Okay, so Zoe, 5'5", and she was comfortable jumping on this bike. That's always one of her bigger worries when coming onto new bikes. It's just the seat height. She's always worried it's going to come to a traffic light, so better get her foot down and properly. But no dramas on this bike. If you haven't already seen our MT-07 video, the card for that will be in the top right hand corner. Make sure you head over after this video to go and watch that. So I reckon that might be Zoe's next bike. This bike handles really nicely. I think it flicks over beautifully. And if you're ever in a bit of a town situation, it's nice and light, don't feel the weight of it, and then you'll just be able to put it in between cars if you want to start filtering through as well. So handling is on point. The only thing for me is the looks. I think are a little bit questionable. Not too sure on this single headlight situation. Obviously we've got LEDs all the way around, but it's just that front headlight. Just not sold on it. For me, with the rider modes 1, 2 and 3, there's not a whole massive difference I don't feel within the throttle response, but when you get to 4, that is when you can tell it is dulled down really nicely. So if you ever do get caught short in the rain, whack it in 4 and you won't have no dramas just spinning up that rear wheel. When it's in 1, i.e. the sport mode, throttle response is snappy, and that front will come up if you're not careful with how quickly you're twisting that throttle. Just like that. Twisting the throttle comes up really easily. What we do is whack it in 4th, same style of riding, absolutely nothing. No worry, no chance of that front end coming up. So if you were a newer rider jumping on this to have a test ride and you were worried about the throttle response and the power that it can deliver, whack it in 4 and you'll be good as gold. So another day on the MT-09 and it is chilly this morning. So because the bike's going to be cold, the ground's going to be cold, there's not going to be much grip, so I've got the traction mode set to 2 and I've just got the rider mode set to 2. At the price range, this is a middle of the pack bike, and at £9,000 it's no chump change. It's not a cheap bike, but is it worth it? At the minute I'm going to have to hold my reservations because there are some other bikes out there that are a similar price that I haven't ridden yet. Just thinking about the Aprilia Tuono 660. Okay, that's new coming out. That's around the £10,000 mark. I have seen it for £8,000 on the road, and that has got a lot of technology derived from the Aprilia RSV4 and Aprilia Tuono 1100. This is taking its stuff from the MT10, which once again is a very similar bike in the sense it's used to be 10,700 when I first got mine, and there wasn't much that come with the bike for that price. Nowadays bikes are pushing 15, 16, 17,000 at an average, okay, and you are getting a lot of technology for that kind of price range. Don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful bike, it handles lovely, it's got that torque, it's got that low end grunt, so when you want to do a bit of fun with the front wheel, you definitely can. Is it the best middleweight 900cc bike out there? I'm going to say no, not at the minute. Getting long in the tooth, needs to add some more technology to it. I mean, come on, it's not even got heated grips, and I tell you what, I need them today. It is cold. Oh, a little bit cold. However, that quick shifter is on point, so yeah, I've done something right. I know my MT10, the quick shifter was a delay, so when you kick through it almost slugged you forward a little bit on each gear change, but not anymore, not with this new shifter. It is on point, you know, but it is comfortable. You can whack some bags on it. The only thing, just like the MT10, it is a thirsty girl. I picked the bike up yesterday at around 3 o'clock. By the time I got home, I was already on empty. She was full. I've done a few miles, but nothing extravagant. The MT line, it's just a thirsty bike. It would be nice if I could sort out the fuel consumption, but then again, I do love having the ability to get that front up. It's one thing I have noticed, the engine on the right hand side does stick out a little bit further, so when I'm stopped at traffic lights I do find my right calf does hit the engine casing. Okay, so now I'm stopped, bike's in neutral. Using the jog dial on the right hand side, you can go into the settings menu. In there you've got display setting. You can have your lap time on or off, and then the tacho colour on or off. Manual traction control settings. You can go through there. Traction control, slide control and lift. You can go from off all the way from 1 to 3. You've got your quick shifter, up and down. Turn them on or off if you want. Shift indicator, maintenance, unit, brightness, clock, and then reset all at the bottom. There you go, that's as easy as it is to change the clock. Brightness, you've got 1, 2 and 3. And then units, so if you're going abroad you can change it over. Nice and easy. And that is it as far as it goes for settings. And everything you can change with on the dash itself. As always, ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching today's video. This has been my first riding review on the Yamaha MT-09 2021 model. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more riding reviews coming from Bransons Motorcycles over in Yeovil, so make sure you stay tuned for those videos. Until the next one, ride safe.